It's April in Chicago, so of course it's snowing. And for reference, tomorrow is tax day. So I hope you've already done your taxes. Otherwise, I don't know if the Postal Service is going to deliver. So, on this snowy spring day in Chicago, I'm going to do a bit of an orchid update. Rather than doing it as a continuous shot, I'm going to just patch together little snippets because I have to fight animals as I do this. So this is Cattleya nobilior. You can see from the damage on the leaves here that I have a bit of a slug problem going on right now. I have no idea where the slugs are hiding out right now, but I have found 2 slugs crawling across my tile floor. And so I'm pretty sure this is slug damage right here. Right here I have Dendrobium Aussie chip in bloom. And that orange right down below right there is an encyclia, which is hard to see. There we go. All right, this is Encyclia Fidelina. It's hard to see, the window's very bright behind it. I've got one shy maxillaria flower back there, all red. Very shy, see it's hiding in the back. I wanted to give an update on my quote-unquote deflast Epidendrum nocturnums. You can just barely see them inside here, past the condensation. There's one plant. So they're now technically about a month out of the flask. They're not growing very fast because I did find my other Epinocturnum and it's back here. So that's a blooming size. And here's my teeny tiny little plantlet right here. So it has a long way to go. This right here is Dendrobium anceps, and I think this right here is a flower. I don't know if the flower's open yet. I don't think so, and I don't know how well that flower is doing because this would be a first blooming of Dendrobium anceps for me. It is currently the season of orange blooms because this is when my Cattleya, or now Gorianthe, Aurantiaca is blooming. So this one I have from Oak Hill. It has some spots on the lip. And then I have another one that has no spots whatsoever. So see, this one's like blank. You can see on this one, this has no spots at all. And then this is my third Aurantiaca that's in bloom. And you can see this one is super spotty. And this is the one that I got from Santa Barbara Orchid Estate last summer. Related to Cattleya or Aurantiaca is my Gorianthe Guatemalensis, which has Aurantiaca as one of its parents. Get some close up. It's been in bloom, I think about 2 weeks now, and you can see that some of the flowers are definitely fading. So my dendrobiums appear to be infested with mealybugs. I don't know if they came onto my plants when I sent them off to a show, or I didn't kill them all when they were treated with insecticide last summer. But you can see they're like everywhere here. So I'm going to try to wash some of this stuff off And I've been busily pulling the flowers off the remaining ones that are in bloom because mealybugs are attracted to new growth and to flowers. So in trying to clean this dendrobium, I of course broke off the new growth right here. See, it's totally broken off, and the piece is right here. It was all formed, so it's a dead nub now. It's times like this that I wish it was possible to glue orchids back together. I've got this Siamese pest in my orchid growing area right now. While I was trying to wash mealybugs off my dendrobiums, she crawled in, and like she's doing right now, and look right here, she ate this orchid right there. She ate it. It was gone, you know what, 10 seconds? And just to show what other horrible damage those cats have done. And I have to say, yes, I love my cats, but they're really bad for my orchids. This all right here, this barbering that's gone on all these leaves on this maxillaria, yeah, that was all cats. Felines. 2 felines who love to eat plants. This ampliatum, that's Ascocentrum ampliatum, that I got from gnats is just starting to open up. It has 4 spikes, so there are 2 spikes, or actually 1 spike here. There's 1 spike here. And then if we come around the side here, there are 2 more spikes. So having trouble focusing now, of course. 1 spike right there, and then there's 2 spikes right there. There's 1 here, and there's 1 there. It's very crowded. I'm most pleased that I didn't kill this when I froze everything because all my Vandas did terribly. But this is still alive, and it put out 4 spikes. This Myrmecophila Wendlandii is still blooming. It's not curly like other Myrmecophilas, but I think it's quite cool. So my Jenkinsonii, hanging right here, started to spike. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if it got too hot or whatever, but you can see right here, I lost one of the flowers, and then there was 2 actually on this inflorescence, and the other one's already fallen off, but you can see that that one's blasted. But hopefully these 2 over here will still open. It makes a yellow flower. And I have here a Lodogesii that is also spiking. And over here I have, I remember which one this is. This is another Dendrobium aggregatum, sorry, aggregatum. And, whoops, and it has, I hope, right there, a spike forming. So I hope I'll get to see yellow blooms on it. I really love Iguanagara apple blossom, and this is my fantastic clone that is blooming. I have several clones of this. I just love the blush coloring on Fantastic. I love how it's pink on the edges and it's yellow in the center, and it's just soft and very luxurious seeming. Here are the buds of another Wanagara apple blossom. I don't know if you can see it through here, but it's actually a much more yellow plant. It's a much more yellow flower than the Fantastic. You can kind of see that it's more red, yellow. Try to get in here. See that? It's like very, very pink, and it's got much deeper yellow undertones. This right here is my Carolyn Reed Glowing Embers. It's a really vibrant red that is very hard to get imaging of. Continuing the run of orange, this is Potenara Love Passion Orange Bird. The flowers are a little misshapen because they've been caught behind other mounts that I've had. This right here is Dendrobium phyllum, and I actually had bought this orchid for its lovely variegated foliage, but you can see that it appears to have lost all its foliage. I think it's deciduous. I'm actually not sure, but last year it lost all its foliage, and then it bloomed, and then the new growth did have leaves on it. Tucked in here is El Rojo. It's got this great reddish orange color, much redder than the other oranges that you've seen, but it's a reddish orange. It's just hard to see because red is just one of those really hard colors to image. This right here is Lake Kachuma New Spring. And usually it's kind of flatter, not quite so recurved, but I think it's incredibly dehydrated back there because the pot feels very light, and I don't think I've actually managed to water it in like 2 months. But it bloomed. So I don't know what happened to this Maxillaria tenuifolia flower. You can see that it's black on the side. There's regular color formation, but something's blackened it. I don't know if it got mold, it got too hot. Not really sure. Fungus. Probably not an insect. Looks like the flower was horribly damaged right in the middle. I wonder if a cat bit it. Oh, probably not. It doesn't really look mechanically damaged. So in the midst of all my green Oncidium types, I apparently stuck this mini snowflake dendrobium, and it's got 2 flowers left. You can see the other ones have already done. So I think that is all the orchid updates I'm going to do this week. So I hope you like what you saw on this very snowy spring day in Chicago.